the 1960s to present-day reckoning, women have driven incredible change in the world of international espionage. And now their stories of strength, sacrifice, and brilliance are getting the spotlight they deserve in former CIA intelligence officer Christina Hillsberg's new book, Agents of Change, The Women Who Transformed the CIA. Christina is with us now. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Hannah.
Congratulations on this as well.
Thank you.
Your second book, but your first post-pandemic.
Yes.
So you get to share it with the world. What an incredible journey. What made you want to put pen to paper and share your story and the stories of these women?
Well, there are so many misconceptions about the female spy, and much of that is thanks to Hollywood and our lovely James Bond, who we all love dearly. But for a long time, the female spy archetype on screen has been very one-dimensional. Even the names were punchlines. I mean, Holly Goodhead, Pussy Galore. But the reality is that real women in espionage are anything but a punchline. They're highly capable, talented intelligence officers, and I wanted to shine a light on their stories. And I was uniquely positioned to do so, having worked there myself and gaining the trust of women who have never spoken publicly about their incredible accomplishments.
And that's a huge compliment to you, right? That they're willing to share their stories with you and brave for you to share your own. What surprised you about the stories of these women?
Well, there's often this notion that you hear about sisterhood, and it's nice to think that that's what was going on behind closed doors. But the more women I interviewed, the more I found that that really wasn't an accurate description. And in the early years, there was this feeling of scarcity because there really wasn't room for enough women. That was the thought, because if an area division thought they had one woman, they checked the box. We already have a woman we like. And that's actually a title of a memoir of a woman I feature in the book named Lucy Kirk, who started in the 60s. And so women really felt like there weren't enough positions. And if you were one of the lucky women that was out in a field station, you were isolated. You were the only one there. And over time, we saw that change. But it was really surprising to hear women talk about this idea of getting to the top and some women forgetting to send the elevator back down for the others. But I will say that that has been changing in recent decades, which is a fantastic positive development. And I never felt the sisterhood more than after having left and meeting these women, researching and reporting this book, and developing a bond with them across generations was an incredible honor.
That's incredible. And so you also have had the privilege to share this book with so many. You've been on a book tour. What has the reception been like?
It's been fantastic. I think one of the things that's so great about this book is that I wrote it in a way that it's approachable, and it's for readers beyond your typical spy buff or history aficionado. And it really appeals to people who want to read about amazing women and hear their stories and bring them to life. And I like to call it this chocolate on broccoli approach, because you're reading about these pop cultural touchstones throughout the book. I mean, we even talk about Britney Spears, the Spice Girls, and all of these fun things, while also learning about a very important time and some very serious, thrilling spy missions. And so it goes down quite smoothly.
Well, I'm excited to dive in. Congratulations. Where can people get a copy of the book and also follow along with you for all that's happening around it?
Absolutely. Agents of Change is available wherever books are sold, and you can find me on Instagram at Christina Hillsberg and on my website, ChristinaHillsberg.com.
Amazing. Well, congratulations, and thank you for being here today.